We're back for round 2 of Decidueye. If you missed the last video, check it out. That's where we built this team. I updated it. I took Valiant off, and I'm going to try Iron Moth, something I don't think I've used on a team of my own since the beginning of the generation. But we were running into, why do the things look so funny? Is that how they look in game? But we were running into the fairy issue, right? So I was like, okay, let's try this Iron Moth out. Still adding a bit of speed to the Mons. Obviously not as fast as Valiant, but you know, fast enough. Faster than Wake, faster than things. But yeah, we're running TERA Psychic. I was like, you know, Fiery Dance can get boosts, and then you know, Psychic can blow away Pex. A lot of other mid-ground Mons as well. That sometimes I've seen them run TERA Fairy, but it would allow me to be wall, because I want it to be somewhat staying around. It's not straight up a wall, but I wanted it to stay around a bit. So let's break it down. Let's see what this guy's at, so I know where he's at. Okay, 1740. Could go either way as far as if he knows what he's doing, but that's a very little consequence if I do what I'm supposed to do. For example, if I click Fiery Dance repeatedly, the opponent has no counter for that. Excalibur's Icicle Crash, he has several answers, but none at the same time. Tusk, Bulk Up, TERA Water is actually quite good versus this particular build, but also not at the same time, because it struggles getting the one-hit KOs. Hatterene needs to be weakened. Valiant, Bax, though Bax isn't really relevant because I can just bulk up. Earthworm is going to give up half the health at some point. Garchomp's shut down by Hatterene. Man, Hatterene usage is through the roof, it feels like. Goldengo can't really have its way, and I can't TERA. And Decidueye, because of his Zoroark, it can't freely destroy like I'd like, but it could sweep him, truth be told. I'm going to keep my eye on this Decidueye, because I could kill 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially even 5. So what to do? We're gonna do phase 1 Moth. Moth offensively is my best bet. It covers for Zoroark and an Earthworm. This is a horrendous. If this is actually his Earthworm, this is a horrendous lead. For 2 reasons. A lot of these are carrying Fire Staff. I mean, carrying Fairy Staff. So it is Zoroark, and it's a speed tie. I get a crit there and a special attack rise. If it was a speed tie and he wasn't Scarf, if he was Scarf, then obviously I would spend the next turn. He couldn't KO me anyway. But now that I know that his Zoroark is gone as he opts for Valiant, there's gonna be a TERA. Am I willing to TERA just to kill this? Because he went to this, so he's obviously going for the Psychic move. So I TERA Psychic, eat the Psychic move, and knock him out with Fiery Dance. Do I need the Fiery Dance KO? Because it's just gonna go to Gambit afterwards. And I don't need the boost. So I just Sludge Wave here. So TERA Psychic, Sludge Wave, because my alternative is to, because my Decidueye is getting better and better every turn, but if I TERA this, my Decidueye can't TERA, which means it's susceptible to Gambit, but I mean I have so many Gambit answers. Plus I get to keep my Iron Moth doing it this way. Fiery Dance probably one-shots this. If I can, I'd rather Fiery Dance. +1, because now that I'm thinking it through, or the timer is going down, he thinks that I don't know what to do. Let's say choice specs, whatever, as long as it's not a Fiery Dance. +1 does one shot every time. So I'm gonna TERA Psychic. Liquidation. What? As I get another boost, here comes the Gambino or the Excalibur. Either of which has to do what I expect them to do, which is going for the Ice Shard or Sucker Punch. Liquidation. Where the fuck am I? That's why I said 1740. As this could go either way. Was the worst TERA. Well, if I was TERA Fairy, it still wouldn't kill me. But here comes it. I'm really glad it's Bax. I mean, it's Gambit, because if he actually predicts, it puts me in a phenomenal spot. If he does not, because what my TERA Psychic allows me to heal on his Hatterene. So my Iron Moth is actually really good right now. I don't want to double because I have my Goldengo. I could have doubled to Hatterene there to heal my what's his face, my Iron Moth, but I have my Goldengo, and for every Shadow Ball I click on the Gambit, he doesn't know my Garchomp is Rocky, so he's going to just go for it. He doubles to backs. Okay, so I'm guessing he's getting a little frisky now. He's like, yo, don't think you're just gonna come in and destroy me. You know what I'm saying? Now this could be Double Dance. That was obvious, but there was no real counterplay I had. That seems to be shut down by Goldengo. If he's D-Dance, do I lose? Probably. But he doesn't know my chomp set, so he's gonna switch. I mean, so I'm gonna go to my own backs here. Yeah, he doesn't know my chomp set, so I was gonna say, he's probably not gonna leave it in. So what I'm gonna end up doing is going for the Icicle Crash on this worm, having it go for the Icicle Crash. I just don't want his backs getting a free switch. I know he's gonna Shed Tail anyway. What this does is allows for his backs to come in, and I can Icicle Crash. Now if I'm faster, it could be, yeah, it's D-Dance. Could be D-Dance without Glaive Rush. If it has it, then yeah, okay. So he has it, which means I get to get off at least one strong attack with this Tusk, which is gonna bring him into prior fucking Icicle Spear. I actually survived. I'm very surprised by that. Not really, actually. Tusk is king. So that's a big deal. Tusk is gone, but I have my Garchomp for the Valiant. I prefer to have had Tusk, but Icicle Spear, wow, that's so now it's a question of what is this. Glaive Rush has to be Earthquake last, which means that my problem is I don't have any way to force him to Glaive Rush again to touch my Garchomp. And I don't think my Decidueye is gonna kill him, so I might still lose. So I feared D-Dance. I needed the Icicles. I needed the I needed the priority on maybe he'll Glaive Rush. Yeah, I don't know why you would, but yeah, Icicle Speared. So yeah, excuse me. It's funny because with the last version, the Valiant was there to help with Baxcalibur. I don't know what could I have from a team building standpoint. I know I didn't have much there. Like, even though I saw that potentially coming, I was like, well, I don't really have any counterplay. And you know how I am with teams, where I was like, I don't like not. It's one thing if you just play well, but just not having counterplay, like when he Dragon Dance, I was like, no matter if I had all 6 of my mons, unless the TERA wasn't used yet, he was always gonna have the better of me there, which I never like to be in. I never like to be in situations like that. So I'm like wondering what could be a good alternative. We're just gonna roll with the punches here. I push come to shove in that fight. I'll just not TERA. I'll just play around the Valiant in a different way since the backs. DD Icicle Crasher maybe would have. Nah. Yeah, because that was the reason I'm like that. Why I say that is because then I'm losing to straight matchup, to where, because that's kind of defeats the purpose of Pokemon, right? But that's poor team construction on my or your end if that's the case. It's not the opponent's fault. He brought it Baxcalibur. It's one of the highest used mons. So if you're losing to it, you don't go, well, Baxcalibur, you know, like, it's like, no, I should just reconstruct the team to be able to deal with Baxcalibur. Sure, there's a Decidueye that kind of, you know, thwarts things a bit, but I could have gone Goldengo, I suppose, to check if he has EQ, but you'd never not have EQ. But there's a possibility he didn't, so. It's a very interesting team. My Hazard's body, his kind of does, but not really. But yeah, both Gren and Breloom leads. That would be devastating. So I'm actually gonna do his backs. It covers for Masquerain, Masquerain, Breloom, and so he doesn't fear the Icicle Spear, Stun Spores. I don't think there's any mon that obviously I could get axed here. The Sticky Web isn't that relevant. I just need the Ice Shard on this to pick off potential Tusk that's rushed, Loom so it can't CC with the Ice Shard. Potential other things, we'll see. But it's really looking good for Decidueye because I guess it was going to be slower than most of these things anyway. We'll see. Moth is quite good as well. Look at his team and look at Moth. Then look back at this team and then look back at Moth. Cinderace is an interesting decision because you have to high jump kick. That's the only reason you never go to a Cinderace. And if it 2-hit KOs me, then he's banded. Don't think that's banded. That's a stab based 130 move right there. So this is beautiful because it allows for me to go for spikes. And he'll just U-turn because he doesn't want to die. I'm spiking here because it hits everything for 12%, just like Rocks would, whereas Rocks would only hit Loom and Goldengo for 6. So it goes to Loom first, which I'm guessing is because he wanted he wants to Spore slash you know, what am I trying to say? Decidueye. I'm actually Decidueing here. So he pivots to Ace, which is odd because he has to commit to. I guess he's just gonna Powerball. He has to high jump kick here slash U-turn. So Goldengo is not that important. Goldengo's like Goldengo covers for the U-turn slash high jump kick, right? But that was like a very risky decision on my opponent's spot. Because I could Tusk here to cover for the Powerball damage. I'm wondering if I want to take the hit. The Sticky Webs aren't that relevant, whereas I can just kill the Cinderace. That's a big Powerball miss. Now the Cinderace is dead if it attacks. So I can Dragon Tail here. And now he's just reluctant to use it again because if I double, right, U-turn was never to play there because you just kill yourself. You might as well just high jump kick on the out chance I stay in. So Cinderace is gone, which means that Iron Moth, there's only one thing left that outspeeds Iron Moth and threatens it, and that is Greninja, and I have a TERA Fairy. So it's Air Balloon, Goldiengo. Garchomp is obviously slower. Has he terra'd it? Has not terra'd. An Iron Moth can come in and do what Iron Moth does. So we're gonna give up this Garchomp because I don't see the point of anything else taking whatever damage. I'll Dragon Tail actually on the out chance he nasty plots. Sure, Iron Moth could have came in and probably taken 2. But the positioning, I think, is better. I wouldn't be shocked to see TERA flying here, but that would cover out any kind of shenanigans that could have occurred later on. Though I don't know what it would be. Maybe TERA Water Specs Grin. Fire Dance obviously will not kill it here. If I had Flamethrower for sure, but I don't think Fire Dance will kill it. But then again, Goldengo's Shadow Balls be killing other Goldengos. And they don't run as much special attack as Iron Moth. So perhaps is it special attack? Okay, so getting a boost here. Obviously he's not Choice Scarfed as the Astro Greninja. And that's what I said right here. I could TERA I could Terra Psychic to eat whatever he'd use, but he might go for like a Dark Pulse flinch or something. Especially because I have Decidueye that can come in and just body, you know what I'm saying? Body him. So what we're gonna do is Back's Collision here, you know, stack that bad boy. Though we don't even need Tusk, truth be told, but I think Back's is a little less useful, especially because I figured the Hydro Pump here. And he's Terra, he's Torrent. No, he's not Torrent, he's Proyan, which is good. So if we did Terra there, we would have won the game. Because Hydro wouldn't have done enough. Hydro might not even done I don't think it would have done enough to where Breloom's Mach Punch could kill me. Let's just say that. And so Goldengo still has its balloon. So it's definitely coming in. It'll just Glaive Rush. It doesn't really matter what happens to this Baxcalibur right now. Right. And then it's going to be rinse and repeat. The Decidueye might do some shit here. Let's go. Yeah, Goldengo is still better to keep. So let's see if he Terras this time. So he sacks Loom, gets the Greninja. We give up. Let's give up Tusk. I think Tusk is a little less useful, especially if he pulses this turn. Yeah, Ice Beam. So that's what the other one was. Now I can just. No, it's not in my best interest to Terra. If he is, I'll just go Goldengo and Shadow Ball. If he's not Choice, then he won't knock me out. And he can't change his type back. Yeah, he's Choice Specs. And so now this is blessed because I can just go for really whatever the fuck he'd have to get a lot of hacks to beat my Decidueye. And my Iron Moth. It's Terra Water. It wouldn't have mattered, GG. But because he'd have to super hacks my almost forfeited. It's not what I meant to do. He'd have to get super hacks because he lost his Terra type. Well, it killed my Goldengo, but it was a crit, so I don't know if that would have killed me without a crit. I have quite a bit of HP. Goldengo, that's that natural bolt, you know what I'm saying? So that's not even as strong as a rain boosted Hydro. So it's hard to say. It's a life orb boosted Hydro. Well, life orb boosted Specs Hydro, but it's not like Specs Rain Hydro. Okay, 1867. So this should be no Baxcalibur here. Iron Moth likes this looking of a team a lot. So if I were to break it down, what's the Decidueye's core purpose here? It could sweep. It could sweep. I'd need certain conditions, but I'd need Cinderace to be U-turning on my Garchomp. I'd need the Great Tusk to allow itself to be weakened so my Decidueye can low kick it, and then really that could be it. And I'd have to get some hazards up, which shouldn't be too hard because I think the Tinglu is going to set them up, which will discourage the core change. So, and the only thing he has for my Iron Moth is Dragapult. So unless that's heavy duty boots, it should be fairly simple. Another thing is that he doesn't have any good Glaive Rush switching. Like, what's his face? King's Gambit is the only Dragon Resist, and that's gonna get bodied by Garchomp. And then when that occurs, Goldengo actually could Terra Flying as an option and win the game by itself. Like Terra Flying Goldengo is very good here. So it's really just to see what the Dragapult is and what the Great Tusk is. And I think every other mon is usually going to be the same thing. Is there anything that I can't deal with? Dragapult could be annoying for sure. It certainly could. Like his Subpult could really be up a problem to me. Or just Pult in general. For that reason, I'd assume one would opt for the... Actually, very Pult weak, just in general. If he's Bandit too. So I'm gonna bluff Goldengo being Scarfed here, because I know he's gonna Pult lead. If he stays in, he's gonna Shadow Ball. I could commit the TERA flying now, but I kind of want to keep the TERA for Decidueye. If in case that can sweep, if I can sweep a Decidueye, I'd like to do that. So what I'll do is back Excalibur here, because if he stays, then he's gonna spec Shadow Ball, which backs I think takes. If not, then it scares it out. Ice Shard isn't a guaranteed kill anyway. But yeah, it's too risky for him, and so now I get the back Excalibur in. He may TERA here. I mean, if you're going to stain, you never go for. I'm gonna Icicle Crash. Yeah, I'm gonna. What? That's a big flinch though. He spored for sure. I don't know how he lived that. I didn't think that was possible. I didn't think it was possible to survive that. So he's what, max? He's gonna double to expecting Great Tusk here. He could straight Iron Head. If you're expecting Great Tusk, you just got flinched. You're like, okay, well, I'm going to cover for, yeah, perfect. He's gonna forfeit now. He's gonna say something about the flinch and then forfeit, which is a whack flinch. I'm not gonna lie to you, because having a Dispored back Excalibur is a very different game. Now, would I have lost? Of course not. I wouldn't have risked it if I thought it was a game-losing play. But now I don't have the Dragapult to think about. So now I can confidently go to my Chomp and Dragon Tail here. Unless he's TERA Fairy. Fair flying, I figured. Okay, excellent. Please hit. Thank you. So now I know. Okay, there's a forfeit. But yeah. The backs play was big. I just realized how ghostly. I probably have to. It's funny because the backs is the only thing that did any work in that game. Though, as I said, several things could have won that game. So it wasn't as if backs was because it did work meant it was one of the better mons. And I'm saying that because it might be one of them things I gotta take off. I might have to put some unique patch. I guess Scizor isn't that unique. Scizor would cover for. It doesn't cover for the ghost issue, but. Chang? No. Could put a T-Tar. T-Tar's that guy. It's not exactly a back Excalibur counter, but. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Dragapult and backs are just too common of Pokemon to be this. Like, it's not even like I have counterplay. It's just bodies me. So, Exhibit B. How to be weak to Glamora. And this is going to be a trickier one. He's lower ranked, but a trickier matchup. Particularly because he has a Volk too. And depending on what that Volk is, I could get swept with a quickness. My Iron Moth is an issue, especially TERA Psychic, but especially if it's Water Absorb Cloud. TERA Psychic would really mash him up, you know what I mean? TERA Flying Goldengo could destroy the opponent. I think TERA Flying Goldengo is probably the most dangerous one. Also, Decidueye is really good here, but it has the Volk, and I could get burnt, which would thwart my entirety of my plan. I could also buy him with Great Tusk. That takes a bit of work. So backs from a Dragapult / Glamora don't want to get dropped turn 1 situation. Backs is my best mon. Now the problem is that this could switch into Glamora, and then I get as I give him T-Spikes, which is a big issue for me. Actually, no, I have Iron Moth. Never mind. Forgot I had it. I'm not used to having poison types. I could one-shot him. There's a chance I one-shot him. But I'm also giving up back switch, as you see, like from last game. He has no Glaver switching. But if he stays in, he'd get Draco. And the only thing that's taking that is Goldengo. So I do think he leaves it in. I may lose backs here, but the trade-off for Dragapult in the long run, just for how problematic it is to me, especially Terra Dragon versus my Terra Flying Goldengo, he'll definitely leave it in Rock's range. And he doesn't have any hazard control. Oh my god. Oh, he U-turned. And he's banded. Yeah, that was a horrendous play. Like, you had no reason not to go for Dragon Darts there. Horrendous decision. Horrendous decision. So this allows for me to get my hazards up. And T-Spikes I'm not overly concerned about as usual. Or as I'd usually be. What? Dazzling Beam. So that means shit, he still has his sash. That's not good. It's really not good. So it's probably that. I think I used this very set. So I Dazzling Gleam Earth Power. Decidueye is gonna have to come in clutch as a mid ground. I think long reach. I don't know how this interaction works. If he has Sludge Wave too, I'm gonna be pissed. But Mortal Spin. Well, sometimes they carry 3 attacks. I don't know how long reach works. Does it still function as Toxic Debris? Okay, it does. Oh, okay. I couldn't see the T-Spikes. That's why I was like, where's the fucking... So here, I mean, you'd... Swords Dance here. Then Life Orb Sneak on the long reach. Because one, I'm hoping to low-key bait in is King's Gambit. But also when I Swords Dance, I knew he wouldn't switch the Gamora out. The Pult's gonna live on 1%, so the Pult still has 1 hit in it. So I need my Chomp. So this is the part, I think last live I did this where I kind of paused. And I was like, okay, let me pause and let him think I can't do anything. The sucker will kill me from here even if I Terra. So let the timer go. But as far as the win con, it's still gonna be... he has 2 spinners. My Tusk is good on its own. Like, even if... I just have to, I think, boost. I have to keep my priority. Yeah, there we go. So now that the timer has gone down long enough, he's never clicking Sucker Punch there. That's Psychological Warfare 101. Now, this fucking Decidueye has a problem now. He has to go to Volk. He has to go to Volk now, which is good. Yeah, because we wanted this Shadow Sneak damage on the Volcarona. Because my Iron Moth is going to come in soon and start chomping down. So that's 41%. Okay. His max defense. Okay. Which means my Bax can come in on it. So Bax gets a kill next turn. So I'll knock here. He's going to attack this turn. I don't want to get Shadow Snuck, but I don't want to get burnt. But our best play is to knock here. I don't know why I'm faster too. Didn't expect that. See, Quivers, big mistake. Oh man! Oh, I actually died. Yo, he's go. This Decidueye finna work, bro. This Decidueye's gonna put work, bro, to fucking bed. Like, that's crazy. Leftovers, Life Orb dies. Obviously, he recovers. He rocks. I did not expect rocks there. So now my Iron Moth just bodies. I don't know if the Goldengo is scarfed. Okay, let's think about this. My best play here is to Chomp first, because Chomp guarantees me a KO. Let me think. Do I Earthquake or do I Rocks? If I Rocks, his Volk dies. Which means my Goldengo wins. No matter what the sets are. If I kill the Clodsire, my Iron Moth wins. If I EQ, yes, I get a kill. Actually, I better the Earthquake. If I kill the Clodsire, the Volk win. And if I don't die to poison, so I'm assuming he's gonna Goldengo this turn. If it's scarfed. Isn't it interesting? This game was only 13 turns long. I'm tailored to be faster than Bloom, and my Decidueye was faster than this Volk. It was literally like probably max defense, no HP. And then obviously Iron Moth. Well, a couple things here. I absorbed the T-Spikes, which are blessed. But Iron Moth naturally beats Goldengo. See, TERA steals. Might as well TERA, right? Because the fuck else are you going to do? TERA Steel obviously does not protect you from Fiery Dance, but yeah. Alright, so we have a half decent ranking. I'm going to use this team once more tomorrow with some edits for backs, but Decidueye, baby. Like, Decidueye said, and definitely use that psychological trick of letting the timer go down to imply pressure. Especially when you have something to catch someone off guard. So yeah, hit the like button if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.